Hey guys, how's it going? It's Kara here with another Guardian Tales video, and the wait is finally over. We finally have the official patch notes for the 1-year anniversary event here in Guardian Tales. I looked it over before making this video, so I just want to get into the good parts, the actual things that I'm most excited about when it comes to this patch. It kind of skips through all the little monotonous things that there's in there. If you actually want to read it yourself, by all means, it's on Reddit. I'll link it down in the comments below. But I just want to focus on that. So before we get into the video, if we can get a like on this video, that'd be awesome. Also, subscribe to the channel for more Guardian Tales content. And with that out of the way, let's get into the video here. So the first thing, obviously, is going to be the 100 free summons. We all know this is coming. We've heard about this a few days ago. Again, 100 free summons is not this update. You did not miss it. There has been quite a few comments talking about, hey, the update came through. I know it's confusing if you guys are not familiar with this. We are 2 weeks behind the KR server. Any updates I'm talking about from Korean patch notes are 2 weeks delayed, essentially. They get everything a little earlier than us. So what's cool about that is we get a lot of benefits, is we get to prepare for things with a lot more time than we would normally in these style of games. We get to really determine if these characters are worth going for, stuff like that. But we also get to see the patch notes. So the day that the patch happens usually gets overshadowed by the next patch, which is kind of funny. So this is what's kind of happening here, especially with the 1-year anniversary one. This is the one everyone's excited about. This is the one that people are looking forward to. So, and for good reason, 100 free summons is going to be awesome. I think everyone's looking forward to that. They did improve it where you can log in and not use those 10 attempts, and then you still get to save them, but when the event ends, you lose them all. They're free attempts. Just I can't think of a way, well, a reason why you wouldn't just use them immediately. Let me know in the comments below if there's some kind of thing you can min-max from a free-to-play perspective if you actually save your attempts, but just pull them immediately unless you forget. Maybe it's for people that forget or just didn't know that the event was going on. It's the only thing I can think of why they would update that. And so the next we have the attendance event. That's going to be amazing. There's going to be like 400 hero crystals in here. There's gonna be a ton of stuff here, but this is the one that I want to talk about because we've already heard about the attendance event. We already heard about the new and returning player of a thing that they're doing so people can get an advantage there if they haven't signed in for a while. They have the 1st-year anniversary Cacao Talk emoticon. I don't even know what that means. I'm sure that it's gonna be kind of I don't know if it's gonna be cool or whatever. I have no idea what that is. That's a new thing they haven't really ever done before. I guess we'll find out. This right here, the roadmap event, has an amazing reward here. I think this is awesome. A Nari super costume, Nari sleeping in the hammock. A roadmap event will be held where you can play content and exchange various rewards. That's what all roadmap events are, but the reward is absolutely insane where you get a super costume. I was not expecting that, but that's even better than what we already expected. We already got 100 free summons. We already got a ton of hero crystals coming through, and we're going to be getting a super costume for free by just playing the game. So the banner is going to be 9 existing heroes that you could pull for. I'm assuming that they're going to be pretty meta characters somewhere in there. Their respective weapon. Then we got the Guild Raid Battle Stadium. The Guild Raid Battle Stadium is in progress, so we got a new raid here. If you guys are interested in that, Guardian Pass is going to be for Lavi here, exclusive weapon. She's finally getting an exclusive weapon. I think that's pretty cool. Shout out to the guy on Reddit that's been making all these pictures of that character. Finally gets the weapon there. I think that's really cool. This is the one that I'm probably most excited about. I think this is going to be, besides obviously the free stuff, because I think the free stuff's absolutely insane, but ongoing, there's 2 big improvements here. One for the merch and the one for these dungeons here, because this is the stuff that we deal with every day, where they're increasing the amount of gold by 75%, the amount of experience you can get in the experience dungeon by 75%, but no one really uses that. It's just all about the gold dungeon here. And then they increase the drop rate of the mystery equipment that can be obtained from item dungeons by 75%, but the odds were so low anyway that a 75% increase is probably not that much. There also, the chance of obtaining enhanced hammers is increased, and the expected amount of XP for equipment is increased by about 80% compared to the previous amount. I think they're just kind of giving you an idea that you're going to be getting a lot more weapon experience now if you use the item dungeon than previously. One that I am kind of disappointed about is the mirror dungeon is only going up to 86. It's not really increasing too much. Already, people don't really farm it too much unless you're going for your first maximum broken shield on like Future Princess, for example. But other than that, no one really uses it. So for it to get the lowest increase is kind of a bummer. This is another one that I think is going to be massive for people. Improved world difficulty. The recommended level for world 10 and world 11 has been improved. Essentially what they're doing is making this significantly easier. reducing the levels of the monsters, and giving you more resurrections if you need it. The level decrease is actually going to make a pretty big difference. If you ever watched how many stats your character gains, like how much DPS and how much survivability or toughness they gain from just one level, you'll really get an idea of just how big of a deal that is, especially at these kind of higher levels here. Hopefully that makes a lot more people be able to pass through there. Another one that I think is awesome that they're doing is they're going to be improving the awakening stones. So there's an awakening node UI improvement to where you can either level them all up in one go. I don't recommend that normally because there's a lot of damage reduction nodes that are really expensive and almost give you no benefit. Like they just stop like 1 damage, 2 damage, or 3 damage. So I don't recommend that. There's another way to do it where you can do the whole line leading up to a part. So it's just going to make things so much easier for being able to level this, because at the moment it's very tedious if you want to level up people's awakening, especially in bulk. I think that's really awesome. Here, let's keep going to the next things. Another big one that they're doing is going to be the merch changes. So they're finally adding a pity system. So unique merch is every 50 times. Super costumes is every 150 times. Them adding that pity system I think is great. Also, they're allowing you to possess up to 7 operational plans. Before you could only have 1. What it looks like to me is that they're adding it to where you don't get 6 or 7 every day. Like right now you only get 1 on refresh, but I think they're allowing you to carry more, that if you log in and don't use it, you can at least save it and pick the one you want, and you're not always pressured to use it every single day, is what I think that they're trying to do with this. If you refreshes it every 7 times, you know, up to 7 times per day on reset, cool, but I would highly doubt that they would change it that drastically compared to what it is now. But it does need to change because you really don't get that much merch at the moment, especially for free to play. A couple other things that are really good. We got the retelling of the story. I really like that they're adding this. If you have 100% completion of whatever world you're trying to do, it will allow you to go back and actually do that story. So you can just replay it. I think that's awesome. For someone like me, I skipped a lot of the beginning of the story, like probably the first 5 or 6 worlds. I completely just, spammed through it. So there's a lot of stuff I need to go and relearn about when it comes to the story. So I'm looking forward to this feature. Just got to complete it, 100% world achievement, and then you can go back in and everything will be like new, like right when the game came out. You don't need to re-roll an account to be able to do it. I think that's really cool. And then they're also adding a new short story collection. I think that's awesome. A new collection of short stories, Snow Mountain, not even trying to pronounce that, has been added. More content, the better. I think that's really cool that they're adding that. Our Lavi's exclusive weapon is going to be added here. And then they're also adding the English voice of Eleanor. Looks like they haven't added it in this patch, but it will be in the next one. I don't play with sound on most of the time, so I never really know if they actually have the voice actor in. Kind of cool that they're adding it next patch. And lastly, we have costumes you can get. They have a massive amount of costumes that are going to be added here. There's weapon costumes and even more costumes. We have a ton here. And it looks like a lot of these are going to be stuff in the collection bonuses. I would try to target ones that you don't have for collection bonuses. Get those extra stats. Those extra stats make a big difference. So overall, a really big, good patch here for Guardian Tales. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think of the official release here. There's a couple things we don't know at the moment. We don't know the specifics of the attendance event. We don't know the specifics of the new returning players. We also of the roadmap. So all those things we don't know yet, but we do know the big reward of the roadmap is going to be a super costume for Nari. And Nari's a really popular character, so I think a super costume for her is going to be really popular. I'm going to end the video here, guys. And with that, guys, I am out. Peace.